One for pro-abortion rights advocates in Missouri seeking to clarify reproductive rights in the state. Governor Mike Parson is clear the subject won't be on the agenda for any special session this fall. David Amilati is live outside Planned Parenthood tonight in St. Louis. He's being told to stay off of the topic at a special session, and that might be the right move, David.
That's at least the conversation I had with Planned Parenthood a couple hours ago. I'm told Missouri needs to acknowledge that rebuilding abortion access and rights is a marathon. It won't take just one special session or a lone year. It takes sustained compromise between government and the community.
The Republican leadership in Missouri have made it really clear what their agenda is, and they're not stopping at abortion. They're starting at abortion.
Pro-abortion rights advocates like Banyan Lee Gilmore are working through what she calls an abortion crisis in the region.
I am deeply fearful, and it's clear to me that women in Missouri, particularly of a childbearing age, are not safe.
It's agencies like Planned Parenthood working with lawmakers to change systems in Missouri. One concern is ambiguity in the law about medical emergencies, following the Supreme Court's reversal of Roe v. Wade.
Although we know that the appropriate medical treatment in that case is an abortion, the question of when that procedure takes place is somewhat left ambiguous in state law. So issues like that, I think lawmakers need to revisit to ensure that there is absolutely no doubt that a doctor can provide the medically necessary procedures and that they can do it when they deem appropriate, as opposed to when the law says they can.
I think that Department of Health will make those clarifications for us.
This is from an interview with Missouri Governor Mike Parson last month. News 4 asked the governor if access to contraceptives will be at risk in the future in Missouri.
As a pro-life governor and a pro-life legislator, I think that's where you're going to see us go.
Just last week, Governor Parson clarifying further, saying he trusts doctors' judgment in medical emergencies.
Doctors need to have a seat at that table, and frankly, they're more qualified to be able to make that decision than anybody else is.
But critics say that's not enough.
That does not carry the same weight as official guidance, and official guidance does not carry the same weight as changing the law so that there is absolutely no room for interpretation.
For decades now, reproductive healthcare providers, abortion advocates in this state have begged politicians in this state to trust doctors and to trust patients to make these decisions. And Governor Parson saying that he now trusts doctors and patients is too little too late.
Now, a real concern is doctors and hospitals pausing service out of fear of felony charges and prison time. That's a reality, the way that the state GOP has set things up. And of course, we saw this has happen a couple of weeks ago in Kansas City. I did reach out to the Missouri Hospitals Association, BJC, and Mercy. I've gotten a few responses already. You can find that right now in my web story on the KMOV News app. Live in the Central West End, David Amilati, News 4.
Let's take